type of trouble, anything interferes with my dad, there's always a way for him to get out of that situation and make it better for himself, even though it's not a good situation. So troubleshooting is the best way. If people know what that means, that's the best way I can describe my dad. Very troubleshooting man. Anything comes near him or that he wants to do harm to him, we reverse and come better in his own.
Yeah. His advantage.
To his own advantage.
Welcome once again to this channel. Still on Prophet Marcus Tibetan, who was made famous, popular by a blogger, the CEO of Asabe, Afrikatv. Well, he has decided to tell us more about the type of relationship he had with the prophet and what became of it afterwards. You will be shocked. Your mind will be blown away. You're about to hear some very disturbing. In fact, if you are a skeptical person, if you are someone who do not or does not take in things easily, you will be like, no, this is unbelievable. But you know, even the scriptures of the Christian says the heart of human beings is so deep. Who can find it? Only God. Human beings devise several means to get what they want, regardless of their title, pastor, bishop, prophet. And in the previous analysis, I said to you, I said, yes, you probably must have experienced in this world people betraying you, spite, envy. That is normal. But when this comes from a self-acclaimed prophet, pastor, bishop, evangelist, a religious cleric, it could be Islamic cleric, many people are taken aback. They are like, hold on a second, what is this? And the reason for this is because they lost sight of God and looked through the human in the hope that they will see God through a man. But that is not the case of Asabe, the blogger, and Prophet Marcus Tibetan. No, not at all. It was more of a profession called blogging or journalism, and a prophet who is also operating in his own office. So what happened? What broke that relationship apart? You will be finding out here in this video. And like I said earlier, you will be blown away. You'll be shocked at some of the things that you're about to hear.
May God bless the life of his children, because Prophet Tibetan has come out to say, oh, he did this, he did that. He even came out in a video to say he bought us a camera. No.
He normally sleep 2 days, 3 days. Hanging here in whole 24 hours. Me still busy. I will still create time to grant interview to him so that he can flourish, he can feed his family. That is all. He's not giving me anything from it. Even the camera he started with and everything is from here.
Must be Dumos, must be Dumos, must be Dumos.
He never ever, he's not that kind of person that is friends with giving in terms of money and all that. When you are doing this job, you meet a lot of people every day. So Tibetan was one of those people we ran into, and I met him, and we started doing everything we could do. We started promoting him. He was talking tough, and we love it. It was we took him as an ombudsman because we felt that he could use his truth to heal the church, especially the Celestial Church of Christ, where a lot of dirty things is happening. We felt he could use the truth he's saying to heal the society, especially in Nigeria, where the politicians are almost like, they don't even care for the citizens. They're almost like the harbingers of the woes of the people. So we felt we met a man who claimed to be a saint. They said, but the people you lọ́gbọ́n gidi. So àgbà ti dàbí ọlọ́mọ ẹ̀ka àgbà máa ṣe èrè. Tágbà tó jẹ́ kó bá máa parọ́ mọ́yàn, you know, those kind of things. So that year, Eventually, we didn't take anything. Then let's come back. Then something now happened. The second leg of it is that he now started saying something in 2018. He will come to me and say, oh, Benga, I want to tell me today. And I'll be wondering, like how? He said it the first time, he said it the second time, he said it the third time. Then he came one day, say, wọ́n lò ti tara mi dìde gan, wọ́n lò ti tara mi dìde. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn pé, ẹ mọ àwọn tó ti tara mi dìde nígbà mo ta mọ́tò, àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ tó tara mi dìde. And I was like, what is this man saying? Tara yín dìde. I am a journalist. I created a platform. I'm celebrating you on my platform. I'm celebrating others. Yes, you are fighting me for celebrating others. Okay, then you said only mo ti tara yín dìde. So when he discovered that I was not listening, I was not getting the message, then he went further. He said, wọ́n ní òun fi mí pawó pé gbogbo ìtàbí òun fi mí pawó ni ipò yẹ kó jẹ́ pé ó yẹ kí channel yẹn yẹ kó jẹ́ pé àjọ máa pín owó yẹn ni. If I lie, God punish me. This is Quran. This is the Holy Quran. This is the Holy Bible. This is the Holy Quran. This is the Holy Bible. If I lie upon Prophet Marcus on this matter, God punish me. This is the Holy Quran. This is the Holy Bible. These are the most recent book in the world. The Holy Quran and the Holy Bible. He said, one way channel channel the church. He said all sort of, if you soliloquizing. Then one day now told me, one channel church, Then I now told him, that was sometimes 2018, I think, June or something. And I told him, I said, Daddy, I said, sir, number one, I don't saw room for bed for him. I said, because a minimum channel me. Then number two, sir, wọ́n ti kó ọkọ̀ ìbànújẹ́ Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́ gbé mọ́. Then number three, tí n bá fẹ́ ìwà mi fún yín, ìwà mi gangan, mi ò ní interview yín mọ́, màá fi yín sílẹ̀. Káwọn olórí burúkú wọn kámẹ́rà pa máa interview yín tó ń sọ orú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ fún yín. Then I now told her, say number four, olórí burúkú wọn Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi nígbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí interview yín ní 2012 tí mi ò ń gba kọ́bọ̀ dínì, tí mi ò ń gbowó lọ́wọ́ yín, mi ò ń gbowó kámẹ́rà, mi ò ń gbowó editing, mi ò ń gbowó anything lọ́wọ́ yín, mi ò ń gbowó production. Wọ́n ní ṣé wọ́n lè ṣerú ẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ sí torí pé wọ́n rí pé àti subscriber wa ti increase àti earn a lè sanwó staff comfortably wọ́n wá ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n pò yín nú pọ̀. Mo ní sà ẹ má yẹ kán pò yín nú pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wá dá. Even General Obasanjo in his book to his wife, bittersweet, he said people spoil good things. So Tibetan was listening to a lot of people. He was listening. Anything money, he's so sensitive to money. If there's any weakness that man has, is money. He's sensitive to money. Owo. And I told him, and you know what? He stopped saying those things to my face. Then he started saying it at my back. Asabe fi mi powo, dollars not to pa náà, òun kó wá, òun rí. And tell us that interview tí mo ṣe lánàá yẹn so ìgbà ló máa gbé yẹn sí. Then I say, Daddy, a máa gbé sí. Kàn jẹ́ ká afẹ́, yeah, no, jẹ́ kí n fún ẹ lówó díẹ̀, jẹ́ fún ẹ jẹ́ wá nǹkan fún ẹ. And that jẹ́ wá nǹkan fún ẹ is just a check of 20,000. He will never give you beyond that. And we can actually count how many times he did that between 2017 and 2018. Then we say jẹ́ wá nǹkan fún ẹ. Then in jẹ́ wá nǹkan fún ẹ, that check you want to sign, he is going to be on it for like 3 hours. He will sit down there and say, Ọlọ́lá, jọ̀ọ́ bá mi mú chẹ́ẹ̀kì First Bank yẹn wá. Then tó bá ń bọ̀ lè tún gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ tébù mi kó tún mú ti UBA náà wá. Then títí Providence Bank yẹn mú yẹn náà wá. Then when the guy bring the check, they say, okay, I'll give you your money, don't worry. Then wàá sáré lọ sínú yàrá mi níbi ẹgbẹ́ bed mi, wàá rí ti GT Bank. Then kó tún mú ti Wema yẹn náà wá. All what he's trying to do there is to sell himself to people in this office at that time that he's a rich person, that he has so much checks, he has so much account that what you are giving him does not matter to him. Then in doing that, he's also using your own predicament to sell his image, to start the cathedral. I myself that wrote for the opening of a cathedral account, God blessed me. I was able to put 1 million naira for the cathedral project. I gave 1 million naira and a lot of people brought in money. We didn't just stop at that. We did a video. Not once, not twice. We put the church account just a video of the cathedral. We do the kind of documentary showing the cathedral, showing the purpose for which the money is needed, and we'll put the phone number. But still, the prophet was not satisfied. I mean, he started doing a whole lot of things. He started, I started noticing a lot, because it came out to say, oh, it's because of Tinubu. Oh, because I supported Tinubu. Hey, that's why Asabe is fighting me. Now, let me now go to what happened. There are a lot of other things. The best decision we took was leaving him. Stop doing anything with him. In 2021, I think God decided to give him a memo. It was God that gave him the query. What happened in 2021? He has made so much money. What did he do again? He even bought 2 land on his church. He used one to build what they call Elisha guest house. Then he wanted to use one as a garage for visitors. Then he was contemplating buying another property. The blessing was so huge. People were turning in. And anytime these people come around from London, from America, from Canada, I don't even try to see them. If we tell them, and when you come to guest house, I don't see them. Any of you that came to Tibetan church in those days that see me, you see that I always keep afar, because I know our people. The moment you go and see them, you say, Asabe ain't gonna want toro. I don't do that.
In the next narration, Asabe Afrikatv narrates how he met Prophet Adebayo for the first time. They had an interview, and what happened next was unbelievable. I want you to listen, and we will talk more.
You don't know what God has used that man to come and do. Prophet Adebayo came to the book launch, but before he came to that book launch in February, that was February 5th, 2021. Before he came, I think he has always come around. I don't know what he came to do, but he has come around to some of the midweek services. But he came to the book launch, and that was the day I noticed him at close range. When they gave him the microphone, he went out and picked the book, and he said some very lofty things. But what caught my attention was the prophecy he gave. He gave some very fantastic prophecy, and he related to some prophecy he has given some years ago that manifested. And I told my guys, I said, look, we need to talk to this man. But this time around, Prophet Adebayo, I now gave him an appointment in June. He came to the studio. And we interviewed him in June. We just interviewed him. And around that time, Prophet Tibetan was in town. Then he was going back to Dublin and all that. Then as usual, he wanted to talk. He will be the one to call us to come and talk on something. Then when we come, he will just become angry. He will just keep us waiting. He will not talk to us at time till evening, till night. Because he said it in another video that, oh, whenever I come, I'll be talking about people. Then he will tell me to go and wait.
Asabe is not a good person. I know from the beginning. Because when he's with me, he will be spoiling other people's name. So when he now started all those things, I will just tell him, go and wait for me at Baba Ye's parlor. Let me do my normal job, praying for the people. When it's time for interview, I will go there. Because I see him to be a rotten food.
If your food cannot fire with you.
No, Asabe
was rolling in the
headless chicken.
He was running at the skaters here.
The headless chicken.
Be at the end of
ẹ̀rọ nígbà tí mo ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ nínú fídíò pé ṣé o fẹ́ ṣe politician gbogbo nǹkan máa ń ká ẹ lára ju ẹnu chọ́ má kó bá mi rìn síwájú.
Must be doomers.
That is a very big, huge lie. It is he, Marcus, Prophet Tibetan, that talks about everybody. One of my IT guys, one of my camera guys said, if this man go, won't get him. And I just told the guy, I said, if you want to job, because I was pissed off. And I didn't know that thing I said was prophetic. After like some time, he now came out from his office and said, hey, where's Asabe? I will give you 50 minutes because my flight is in 2 hours time. I will just give you 50 minutes. Then that's pretty, my spirit now told me that look at this guy. He's behaving like a pot. You know, a pot. When you make a pot, ó ṣe bí amọ̀ tó ń fa alámọ̀ ṣakọ tó ṣe ká alámọ̀ má fọwọ́ ìdọ̀tí nǹkan ṣe mọ̀ tó alámọ̀ bá bínú á gbé amọ̀ yẹn á dẹ̀ fọmọ́lẹ̀. The spirit was telling me pé ìwọ la lò tá a fi gbé débi tó dé, ìwọ náà ló tún fi ń ṣakọ, ìwọ náà ló fi ń palẹ̀ burú. So when he came, he sat down, we granted the interview. After 50 minutes, we took our cameras, we left, he went for the airport. Then as he traveled, I put Prophet Adebayo online. Bam! The first video, it was massive. I never knew Prophet Adebayo had that kind of grace. I never knew that man too had a share in doing it. And you know, when Egbeji was alive, Egbeji was one that had that kind of followers, and Tibetan was fighting the man. In fact, before the man died, Tibetan told me that he's going to die. He told me in fact, few weeks to his death, he said, I was like, and I couldn't tell the old man because I was thinking the old man should be spiritual enough to know. He was telling me, and he was always fighting on Egbeji. And do you know the irony? I will call Baba Egbeji and give him phone to greet the Baba. He will say, Bami, Akimi, Bami, your language, we talking in their dialect, Ondo dialect, greet the man, be enthusiastic, he be feigning friendship with the man, laugh with the man on phone. But every time he was hitting me. He was even preaching it in the church. That how can when we get to my interview, I don't know the kind of journalism he wanted to practice. Is journalism not for everybody? I didn't know why he was fighting Egbeji. Because eventually after Egbeji died, there was another man, a traditional man that we met, that we interviewed, Segun Aladikoyi. That one died mysteriously. In fact, it was the second interview we had with him. He died, and it was then I started asking why. That one is from his side too. In fact, from his side, very powerful, very gifted, very gifted, very gifted, very gifted. His death shook us till today. But what we heard about the whole thing is shocking. If we decide to release the voice note, the interview, Tibetan will not be able to walk on the streets. They will stone him. And it's evil. Why do you do that? This time he was calling, was being friendly, and I was like, something is fishy. Then the fifth time he called, he just called me. Benga, Joe, ma lo interview boy Segun yẹn mọ́ Joe, ma lo bá wo ní ìdánwò sọ̀rọ̀, o ní ìdúró àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí channel ẹ̀, Joe, má jẹ́ kó bà channel ẹ̀ jẹ́. I said, Segun wo ni ẹ sà? Ìṣe boy Segun tó ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, kì í ṣe wòlíì náà, kò lè quote Bible náà, ṣó quote Bible ni, kì í ṣe wòlíì. Èmi wòlíì lèmi, máa fún ẹ time, máa fún ẹ date, máa fún ẹ ní gbogbo nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Jọ̀ọ́ má ẹ̀kọ́ bá channel ẹ jẹ́, má lọ bá mọ́ o ní ìdí àwọn gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí channel ẹ, àwọn èèyàn gidi wà tí máa introduce ẹ sí tó máa bá sọ̀rọ̀ jọ̀ọ́ please jọ̀ọ́. And that one was always praying for Tibetan, wishing him well. That one, Tibetan didn't introduce, he said it in a video that he's the one that introduced me to Adebayo. That is a big lie.
He listened to the word, what the people are saying. What's he doing with Segun? What can Segun find? Báwo ni ẹni tó ń fi nǹkan tọrẹ, ẹni tó ń ta lọ́rẹ, wọ́n fẹ́ tà mí lọ́rẹ. Segun ò ní ibi iṣẹ́ náà, kò ní ilé iṣẹ́, kò ní visa London, kò ní visa anywhere. Orí òkè nìkan ló ń forí ilé tó bá ti kúrò máa forí lé lórí òkè. Kí l'Àṣàbí fẹ́ ṣe? Ọmọ ọdún t'Àṣàbí ti wà ń bí ni. Tí ó rà ràn lọ́wọ́ dọ̀la, kó tètè yé kó tó kọjá. I'm a true prophet of God, tested and confirmed. But Segun was just trying to. He came here. I'm the one that introduced him to Asabe. He lied and did all this. I never remember. How can somebody be telling me? When I was not of me. And he was here doing just looking for his way. But if the actor of a film has not died, can the film stop? But one day Segun will learn. Asabe too will learn. You know what I'm saying? Even when he has been coming here, without buying a car, without having a car, everything. But God has been helping him.
Now, when you talk about God crowning your efforts using a human being, this is what happened to Asabe, Afrikatv, a man that he had not spent the number of years, time, efforts on, as he did with Prophet Marcus Tibetan, gave him a huge surprise, a surprise of a car. He wasn't expecting this, not at all. Let us hear him speak. And also, the reaction of Prophet Marcus Tibetan to this gift speaks volume. Let us hear.
Oh yeah, my boy. So we got downstairs to the garage side, and lo and behold, the car there was that Taurus, Ford Taurus that we saw on Saturday, November 12th, when he asked me to give him my bank account that I rejected. In the evening, as I was parking the car, Prophet Tibetan called as usual, and when he called, he was as usual. He said, ilé tó record ní àná yẹn ṣó ti gbé sí. He was referring to I think the Sunday before. Okay, it was a Monday. I think I recorded him a Monday before that Tuesday. Ṣó ti gbé sí. And I was like, ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ àmà gbé sí ìrọ̀lẹ́. He said, tètè lọ gbé sí. Wọ́n fẹ́ wò ó London, wọ́n fẹ́ wò ó l'Amẹ́ríkà, tètè gbé sí. And I was like, Daddy, nǹkan kan má tẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́ni. He said, kí ni? I said, something happened today. And he said, what? I said, ẹ mọ Prophet Ṣẹ́gun Adébáyọ̀. He said, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? I said, mo máa lọ lé wọn, mo lọ interview wọn. Wọ́n gbé mọ́tò fún mi. And he was like, And I said, wọ́n gbé Ford fún mi. He said, ó dáa náà, àjọ ń fara wa gòkè náà ni. As he was saying it, his voice was going down. And almost immediately he lost enthusiasm, and I could sense it from where I was. So that I asked him, I said, Daddy, ṣé a ṣì máa ṣe lunch? And he just flared up. He was like, wò mí. Ṣorí mo ṣe ń wò mí yìí, mi ò gbádùn rárá. Mi ò gbàgbọ́. Mo ti fàdá náà yàn rí níbi tí mò ń gbé. Mo fi àdá nà pẹ̀tẹ̀pẹ̀tẹ̀ àdá, mo dẹ̀ nà dáadáa. Àwọn tọ́lọ́pàá dẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ni mo fàdá nà, yes, torí ó ṣe ìyàwó mi. Kò sí mo ìwé mi ò mọ̀ ọ̀la. Mi ò dẹ̀ náà ní ọ̀la ò jọ mí lójú, kò sí tó kàn mí pẹ̀lú ọ̀la. So bí wọ́n gbé mọ́tò fún yàn, wọ́n ń fún yàn nílé, kí ló kàn pẹ̀lú gbogbo rubbish yẹn. Ṣé o mọ iye mọ́tò tó ti fún mi ní? Àìmọye mọ́tò tó fún mi l'Amẹ́ríkà, ní London, mo ní mi ò fẹ́ mọ́tò fún yàn, wọ́n gbé mọ́tò fún yàn. Mi ò gbàgbọ́. He just flared up and he was angry, and I was like, okay, I didn't say a word.
Welcome back. The young boy that spoke at the beginning of this video is the biological child of Prophet Marcus Tibetan. He spoke out of innocence, and he said exactly what he observed about his father. I've been opportune to listen to more of the children of Prophet Marcus Tibetan. What they said about their father is similar, connected. He's a man who goes all the way to get whatever he wants. Now, that's not a crime, but if you do not care about stepping on other people, enslaving people, putting people in servitude to get what you want, then it becomes a problem. You become Pharaoh. You become Lucifer. You become just everything bad. Yeah. The narration of Asabe Afrikatv and what Prophet Marcus Tibetan said over the time that both of them were not together, when he got other bloggers, other people to hear his opinion, these things match. They make sense. Because Prophet Marcus is a man that speaks a lot, and he has a way of saying this that does not connect and brings in what he wants to say. He has this, I don't know what I'm going to call it. He has this drop-off. I think that is what it is called. Drop-off. You know, someone is going on this lane, and you think he's talking about the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. No, he's not talking about politics. There is something on his mind that he wants to say, but he doesn't want to make it appear like this is what I want to say. It will start on a journey, different journey, on a tirade that is different, that is not connected. He might be talking about politics, then he will drop what he wants to say, which is actually, you know, the major thing on his mind. And there is something about him. When he's done with this, he will drop Bible verses. The other time, the analysis I did, I said there is something that strikes me hard. And what is this? Prophet Marcus Tibetan is referring to a human being as a horse that he rode, tied down, used to achieve, to attain. And in the same breath, he's quoting Bible verses. And in the same narration, or whatever it is that he's saying, he's also correcting himself, saying that we are nothing, we are nobody. If we are all nothing in the sight of God, like we should be humble, how then do you refer to someone as a horse? So he has put himself up there. He has talked about what he did, and he's quoting Bible verses and correcting himself. It's weird. I know Prophet Marcus to be a controversial person, and this is how he became popular. And now people are seeing the other side of Prophet Marcus Tibetan. At first, like Asabe said, he felt like this man is outspoken and he seems to be a gatekeeper. And this man will be the right person to put on our platform. But somehow Prophet Marcus decided to take advantage of he was not also in a good position at that time. Prophet Marcus himself, nobody knew him. According to Asabe, the church or ministry that Prophet Marcus runs is like one of those, low-key type of celestial church. It didn't have a dome. It didn't have a big church. It didn't have a cathedral. It didn't have any of that. It started with this when, all through the journey with the blogger, because this blog brought him into limelight, and he knew, should this blog move to other direction, like interview other people, he saw the performance of Prophet Adebayo, and he knew immediately that this man will outshine me. It's all about who should shine better, who should remain in servitude. It was all about his own. And that's the problem. Now, it's not a crime for you to look after your own needs, but at least the person that has helped you to get to this point, make the person feel better. Maybe Prophet Marcus felt within him, if I make this blogger feel better, at least things are coming in. I should be able to tithe also. I should be able to, do something good to this. Maybe he felt, if this guy begins to enjoy life, I will not be able to control him anymore. And it's all about control, keeping you in servitude. The same approach of politicians, the same politician that prophet speaks about. It's the same. People don't understand that you can be government in your house, you can be government, amongst your members in church. You can be government. You don't have to be the president of a country. Weaponize hunger, weaponize lack. This is how the government in Africa, in Nigeria, this is how they operate. Make sure that no one rises above so that you can keep them in perpetual poverty. Make sure that you take all their resources, steal from them, keep, and try to take what belongs to them. Imagine a prophet wants a blog, a journalist to now offer and give to him his blog. Like, give me the password of your social media handles. Give me. This is supposed to be for the church. I think the church can open any social media platform. It's free to open. You don't get charged. Prophet Marcus should have done the same. Open a YouTube channel, open a Facebook account, TikTok, whatever social media platform. Open it and put out your opinion. Do your town hall meeting and do the same and see if you are the king and the blog Asabe is the horse. That's the easiest way for you to find out. But Prophet Marcus wanted to hijack the same, kind of connects to the other young man that said he lost millions of naira in the purchase of a land that he never saw at the beginning. It's the same approach. And it is not, this is not only about Prophet Marcus Tibetan. You will find many of these clerics around us. You find them. It's a common. They drag you into their confidence, and they begin to scam you. They begin to manipulate you, either spiritually or physically. They manipulate you. They manipulate you. They take all that belongs to you, your property, your land, and if you're not even careful, they take your wife too. They do the divide and conquer. They split. There's something they don't do. That is something that we all need to be conscious about. Maybe there is someone that you are bowing to, a man is my spiritual father, is my spiritual mother. It's not a crime to have, but you have to be careful and watchful that spiritual father and mother does not become a rogue, a thief. You have to be careful. You have to be watchful that when they become rogues and thieves, you are not part of. Once someone begins to lay demand, they start with vision. They start with preaching. They redirect it's the same way people fraudsters, scammers. It's the same way. They redirect your thought, your mind in a certain direction. And then they begin. Prophet Marcus will definitely use vision and prophecy. Same way he probably had given vision and prophecy to the blogger Asabe, and the same way he gave to the other man that he took money off. He started with vision of land. I am seeing you having 8 hectares of land. Then he will speak some strange language and say, you will become great. He will speak some strange language. I see you abroad among Europeans, among Caucasians. He will speak some strange language. It's the same. Now, you've been positioned into this, and this scam will now begin to, they begin it. Or you've not heard, there's this scam that was popular back in those years among some of these seers and prophets or pastors. When they see you, they will prophesy politics into your life. They say they see you as the governor of your state, that you become governor of your state. Now, if corruption was not the main practice among politicians in Nigeria, if someone tells you, I see you as the governor of your state, I see you as this, if it were the same minimum wage that you get, with whatever it is that you do, what will make you say, thank you, Lord? But because when you get there, there's an opportunity for you to steal. You say, wow, thank you, Lord. They scam you with that first. They tell you that, I see you as the governor of your state. You are so happy. You feel so good. Then they drag you into enslavement. If you have some goodies, they take all of that from you. That's it. Imagine, after you give the blogger vision, the next thing you're asking the blogger, give me password so I can go online. Give me this so that I can do this. Give me that so I can do that. This is supposed to be for the church. They said this person is making money from the blog. And this same person has been putting out content. And you know that it takes a lot of logistics. It takes a lot of money to put out content. Time, effort. There's a lot of sacrifice to give content that is of quality. After you do the recording, you do the audio visuals and everything, you edit, you spend time, you spend we are talking of money, electricity, and now data to put out this content. And this same prophet is saying, they said the blogger is making money, The same person that has not requested money of you is making money, And you're also making money because you have clients, you have customers calling you home and abroad, seeking for spiritual assistance, asking for solutions to this and that, and you build them. And there is something about spirituality. I mean, consulting spiritualists. Let's put it that way. They might come in the form of prophet, seer, Islamic, whatever. When you go meet them, you request and they bill you, ask you for X and Y amount of money. They will tell you that it's not for them, that the money is for whatever, whatever, as if they are detached from that money. You give that money to them. If your problem does not get sorted out, they will tell you, relax. If they know you have money, they'll say, relax. That although some of them are too, cunning, by the time you are finishing up the first one, they already see another vision and tell you that they need money to do this. Before you know it, you've already spent millions of naira and you will never get solution because they don't really have solution to nothing. This is how it works. And you can't go meet them and say, give me my money back. So prophet is getting money endlessly coming in. And nothing, this is a character and attitude of greedy people. That's why I said said in the previous analysis, I said, gift without character is useless. That is if God really even called you. Gift without character is useless. Because your gift will not put in the right character in you. You are the one that will decide to lay away that attitude that you grew up with or the attitude that you picked up along the line. Greed, everything is for me. I want to be the only one. I must grab it all. This person must not gain or get anything off me, make anything out of me. I must be the only one. The prophet built cathedral. The prophet built guest house. The prophet has, things are kind of working fine for him. Even his family abroad, they know that daddy is better now. Things are better for us now. They all know that. Daddy now refused to take care of those that have sacrificed. That's the bad thing about being too friendly with spiritualists. If you're too friendly with spiritualists, keep them at arm's length. That's what I say. I say don't keep them in that close. Don't embrace them. They want you to embrace them so that they can be right in your life. But don't. They can be very dangerous. They can be very dangerous regardless of how nice they are. They can be very dangerous. Very dangerous. They can wake up and tell you they saw a vision, scary one, of death most of the time. Give you visions of death, give you visions of accident, give you terrible visions, or tell you that God said that we didn't, how scam works. If you study how scam work, what they call 419 Yahoo, if you observe how it works, you will know that it's the same pattern. They'll say, in the next 24 hours, the vision came now that you have to do this in the next 24 hours. If you don't do it, forget about it. That's it. That you have to do it to ward off RIP, to ward off this. I'm not saying that you should not pay attention to some, information or some vision or whatever it is. But if that vision requires you to now bring money, big money, like these ones that are white garment or spiritual work prophets or prophetess, pastors, evangelists, they will ask you to bring money that money will be used to do some, cleansing or whatever in the next 24 hours. Some of them, they even afflict you. They are the ones afflicting you. You don't have that problem. Maybe you had some normal difficulties in life due to some decision that you made. They will come up with this big one and place it on you. From one battle to the other, you will keep paying them, trying to solve the problem. Before you realize yourself, you're already broke. And some of them, if you tell them you don't have money, imagine someone looking for a job. They will say, you have to go and look for it. In your lack, they look at you, your clothes have holes in them. You are broke, nothing. They'll say, something that you don't sacrifice for, you will not respect it. Imagine. So this is the, way of life that Prophet Tibetan showed over time to the blogger. And now the blog is out. When the blogger got a car, Prophet Tibetan knew that he was supposed to have done better. But still, did he do? Was he tried to offer him a piece of land somewhere? But he didn't do it as, open-minded as it should be. It did not. Offered him a piece of land with a lot of, strings attached to it. He wasn't ready to give out anything, to leave anything to anybody. It's like he should have everything. And this brings me to some of the things that he said about some of these Pentecostal pastors. He doesn't target the smaller one, the ones that are big and large. So it's more like he should have had what those people have. That's what it is. That's what it has. Because he says a lot of terrible things about all of them. All of them. I'm not saying those people do not have their own. They also have theirs. They have also done some, here and there, acquired what they have acquired. But it's difficult for you to see a white garment prophet acquire so much. And have, not because they can, but it's difficult for you to see them excel like the Pentecostal pastors. Why? Because of the stain that has been put on them or that they have drawn into their own lives, and their practices, always spiritual work, spiritual work, spiritual work. If you live your life spiritual working, buying this, that's why many people run away and they embrace Pentecostal churches. And this got some of them angry. Like, we are the seers, even witches can see. To see is not a big issue if you know how to. The solution is the problem here. Solution is a problem. So now that he got a car, prophet, if he really, he should have done better. Like, okay, I think this young man, he has tried. But no, he got angry. He got angry. If he had the opportunity to strike Prophet Adebayo down, both of them are spiritually alert, he would probably have done so, because what I heard, although he has not really expatiated on it, he talked about the two native priests, if I might call them that, Egbeje Logun and the other man. He said they died mysteriously. They passed away mysteriously. And if they did pass away he said he didn't say anything to Egbeje because he was like, this man is a seer. He should be able to see around himself. Maybe Egbeje time had come. Maybe there are other things that Egbeje got involved in that struck him out. Or it could be that it came from Prophet Marcus Tibetan. And there's something about spirituality. You might be powerful, but because you are not watchful, someone that is not in your spiritual realm can strike you down. And it could be that Marcus was higher up in the, he had the ability. Much more spiritual, tools, higher up than Egbeje Logun. It's not about age. It could be that he had the ability to knock him down. Like, no. Power pass power. But that is the bad thing about spirituality in Africa. Or this, they are all about, majority of them are all about wickedness. That is why there is lack of growth in Africa. A lot of people think that Caucasians, mistakenly called white people, they think that they are weak spiritually. They are not weak. If they are weak, they will never have gotten into Africa when Africa was not even into churches, little bit of churches, and the type of Pentecostal practices we have. They would never have come there and enslave and colonize if you had powers. You don't have. What you have is wickedness, local wickedness. They understand what power is. What are your thoughts about this one? Drop your comment, like and share. See you in the next update.